calculator and your price list, and you're pricing everything out. Because if you don't do this, what's going to happen is they're going to actually look at you and just stare at you the whole time. And you're going to feel a rush. And then you're going to mess it up. So now what you do, or if you don't have the sheet or they do it really fast, you can pause and go into recommendations and have them do recs while you're doing the prices too. So now what I always do is I always write full retail, and I write boo, and I write a frown face, and I write if you wait. So it's full retail, a frown face, if you wait. So now what I do is I add everything on that list up. By the way, how do you get it to over 2,000? Is you go through everything, the gifts, and then also get really fired up about that flatware chest. Say, hey, this is flatware. You know, it's the best made in America. It's never going to need to be polished or finished. You throw it in the dishwasher. It even comes with our chrome stainless steak knives. These are so sweet. 12 settings. Cutco's going to be a sweet deal. But that's not my talk, so that's just another way to get on there. Or learn cookware. We have cookware too. Alright, so where am I at? So retail, boo, if you wait, right? So now I always write out the total price, but I also do it with shipping and tax. Because I had this happen before. Yeah, I'll take that $400 order. And then go, well, actually it's going to be about $500 because I have to put shipping and tax in there. Oh, no. Can't do it. So take my life experience and don't let that happen to you. Does that happen on every appointment if you do that? No. But there will be that one order you could lose. And that one order could be your next promo. So now what you do is you always add the shipping and tax and you give them the out-the-door price. And then I always divide it into 5 pay. Because that's a part of my close. And it breaks it down. And then right under each 5 pay I write the month. So if I'm doing an appointment tonight, it would be June, July, August, September, October. People are actual visual buyers and thinkers, not always auditorial. Okay? Now what I write is I write a few different things depending on the time of the year. So for right now it would be Father's Day or 4th of July. So I write Mary's Killer 4th of July Extravaganza Special. And I like balloon it or I like star it and I draw all these like smiley faces. Because where do I want their attention? On this killer deal, on this killer special. And you can make it for whatever you want. You can put my first appointment, next promo special because I'm trying to win a scholarship and pay for my book special. But it has to be something fun and exciting where it creates interest and people tying you into it. So now what you do, and some of you, you're not going to completely make sense of this because you haven't gone through advanced training. So you're just going to have to learn it and then relearn it tomorrow or Wednesday. You basically get the opportunity to give Cutco away for free, kind of like your first call special. It's called bonus points. So now what you do is you use your bonus points. So here's the kindergarten version. Call your manager. Kindergarten version, if you just got started this past 7 days, you still call your manager and say, hey, Ms. Customer, let me just call my manager really quick. And now what you're going to do is you're going to tell your manager what they have on that wish list or like list and say what would be smart things to give away for free. And for some reason you can't figure, they don't pick up or something, just go with the cheapest to the middle things. And then just go with your gut because you can always say, I'm sorry I messed up and switch it when you get to the office. Don't leave and be like, well, let me call you back in a week because you won't get that sale. So if you're in kindergarten, so last 7 days, who are you calling? Manager. If you feel you don't need to be in kindergarten anymore, here's what you do. Is you take 20 points per 100. So if they spend $100, so what's $100? A chef knife? You can give them 20 points. So you can give them like a peeler or a steak knife or a cutting board. And if you're novice, there's a couple of you in here, you do percentages. So I'm just going to throw that out there. If you don't know what that means, well, you're kindergarten. So you say, this is the percent off. And then what you always do is you always write out the free stuff, and you make a list of what they're getting for free, and you smile and you circle it, and then you also write how much they're saving. So you add up what you're giving them. So if they're getting a pair of shears and something else, you write down the retail and say, you're getting that for free. You guys with me? And then underneath that, I write 0 interest done for life, or done for forever. And I want them to see as many reasons visually to buy. You all with me?
Yeah.
So here's the close, the transition close. You don't call it payments because people don't like payments. They don't like their car payment, they don't like their house payment, they don't like payments. So what you're going to do is you're going to call it a trial period or a deposit program. It sounds more, I can do that. I can feel comfortable with that. By the way, this is going to be really fun for a couple of you because you're going to beat some of your biggest weeks or your biggest appointment or biggest days on one appointment. Because you'll be surprised. I learned this from Justin. I was like, no way. Trying to ask someone to buy $2,000? Well, let me change your thinking a little bit. Don't get so caught up on them buying $1,000 or $2,000. Get them really excited about the first breakdown. Because 1,000 divided by 5 is 200. So I don't know if someone could afford $1,000 right now, but what I do know is everyone can afford 200. How do I know this? You ever been in a Walmart or Walgreens or the grocery store and say you're only going to buy this and this, but then you leave with like an extra bag or two? Yeah, and that's you. Now think about a family. They do that all the time. So don't get so caught up. Can someone buy $2,000? Can I get them really excited about buying $200 as a trial period? So now my transition is this. I just go, Mrs. Customer, a couple things I just want to tell you is one, here's my goals, and you retell them why you're working hard. Why do you do that? You retie them into reasons to buy. And I also mentioned the price increase. I'm not saying this to be mean or scare you, but there is a price increase coming in September. So if there's ever a time to buy, to be honest, it would be now. And I also do a shipping close. I say, well, actually, if you get this whole package, you're going to only pay one flat rate of shipping. Instead of buying it piece by piece every couple of years, you'd spend a lot more money on shipping. And then I'm giving you a really killer deal, too. And that's what's really awesome. So now you just gave them 4 or 5 reasons before they would ever say no. And if you remember from training, how many times does the average person say no? 5 or 6. So if you just threw out positive reasons, you're kind of balancing those off. And if you actually really want to take it to a high level, well, you just keep giving them reasons before you show them the special, and then there won't be as many objections because you're giving them more reasons. The reason why some of you are so new and you have to drop down so many times is because what you do is you just say, "What do you want it?" And you go, "No." "Okay, well, we have this set." "What do you want it?" "No." And that might not be the exact phrases, but what you're not doing is you're not sitting there with them, giving them reasons or explaining it again or kind of helping them see that this is a good investment. There's nothing pushy in that. That's just being someone who's a consultant and trying to help them out. So